tooling perspective, you know, it's seen a lot in the industry that the molds, you know, again, if you're doing the finite element analysis, it adds, you know, a week or two up front, but that really helps on the production side and really get into the market quicker on the back end. But a lot of the lead times that you would see in permanent mold are pretty standard with what you would see in maybe a sand casting end of things. Again, we talked about earlier where die casting, you know, it's lengthened tooling times for sure because you're adding cooling jackets and a bunch of the pressure capability stuff to, you know, make your mold run really, which definitely increases lead time on tooling. When it comes to production parts, you know, it's seen across the industry all sorts of different ways, to be honest. You know, we see anything from, you know, if you're doing prototype parts, you can get them a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. If you're doing production parts, a lot of it's 6 to 10, but, you know, there's been sand casters, permanent mold casters that are taking 4 months. You know, the thought behind die casting and the high run quantities is that you're getting a bunch of parts, you're getting them quickly, but there's still lead times to get that into production. You know, hit the schedule because of all the different other parts that they're running on that too.
You know, tooling procurement is definitely heavily weighted on design for manufacturing of the product. Cutting a permanent mold doesn't take that long. It's preparing the design to make a finished product.
Yep.
And working with the customer on massaging their design to make it castable or designed for permanent mold.
Yeah, you know, again, you know, understanding that end process you're shooting for. So, you know, even if you have a sand casting, permanent mold casting, die casting in mind, if you have casting in general in mind, really working with the engineer, you know, up front to help start developing that before you launch the project, and you know, that really helps cut down time.